Do you like to set boundaries, or when somebody gives you boundaries, how do you react? Today, I wanted to talk about boundary setting and how that is related to KPIs or key performance indicators, both in business as well as in professional lives, how it can be applied so we can get the result that we want. So, how does boundary setting relate to KPIs? Well, it is beneficial before we set any boundaries to know what we are tracking, what we are protecting, what kind of result we want to achieve. So, first, you need to be clear about what kind of result you want to achieve. Next, you need to be clear about what does success look like? What are your key performance indicators in business? It's usually numbers, right? Numbers in sales numbers, number of orders processed, numbers of customers, or amount of average amount of order being processed or the invoice. Each business could have a little different KPIs, but usually the standard KPI for all businesses is at least gross sales and profit. How does it connect to boundary setting? Let me share with you a short story. With one of my clients in the past, a few years back, we were looking at their profit and loss statement. Their salespeople, it is a seven-figure business, and they had a small team working with them. And their employees were saying we are extremely busy, their salespeople. However, the numbers from profit and loss statement didn't say the same story, or they say that there's a disconnect between salespeople being extremely busy and the numbers that didn't convert. So the business, in a way, didn't convert to the sales number, a higher sales number. Higher business didn't convert to higher sales number. So we were looking into what's happening. What is the story behind the numbers? It's never about the numbers themselves. It's about the story that the numbers tell us, the lessons that we can learn from the numbers. So I got the permission to look deeper into their numbers. And as my curious mind is, I look at different factors. And what we discovered was the salespeople were really very busy, but they were busy processing very small orders. Even though they were a wholesale business, they made so many exceptions, just selling one part off. And that actually was hurting their business because maybe 5 people touched one order, and if the profit was $10, it even didn't pay for anything, even for the electricity probably in the business, for the day, or for the employees. So they actually were losing money by processing these small orders, and because the employees were busy, it took similar time process order with one line item with one item than it took a similar time to process one order with multiple items, right? Once they had the realization and they could see how much money they were actually losing because of these small orders, because those small orders were taking also time from the employees to that they could spend doing something else and going after the bigger orders with a bigger profit margin and a bigger return on their time investment. Once they had the solid number, the solid KPIs, then they could create setting boundaries. So a new minimum order requirement was created for the company as a rule. And now the employees had a guidance and also something to protect them and the company, to say when the customer wanted to order just under a minimum quantity, they even added a fee that would help with the profit margin, just minimum order processing fee. Or they talked to the customer and negotiated, okay, let's order something ahead, so maybe for 6 months of supply, so you can meet the minimum order. As a result, the company started making more money, more profit. In our personal life, how does setting boundaries connect to our key performance indicators? Let me use again myself as an example. From this morning, I started exercising more regularly. Monday through Friday, I'm exercising with a friend and my trainer at the same time. And so I'm taking care of the exercise part. So the next step that I want to take care of now is my diet and my eating habits. And since I moved to my new office lately, I just love the small little tiny creamers that they are available there with my coffee or even black tea. I love black tea with milk. And only today I realized how many calories it has. When I realized, wow, why did I put on weight? I didn't eat anything weird or crazy. I'm kind of eating the same as usual, yet I put on weight. So I was wondering what happened. So anytime you are clear about what kind of result you want and you are not where you want, look at what kind of key performance indicators, what kind of numbers you can track. For me, it was exercise. Okay, I'm exercising. The next one was amount of calories. I don't want to track the amount of calories. Yet I know if I really want to know and create some better structure for myself, I need to know at least for some time before I adjust it. So I did look up today the, the calories in the little tiny creamer cups, and I just consumed just over 100 calories just in my coffee in the morning, or actually tea. Um, and I sometimes would have it 3 times, even 4 times a day. So 400 calories just through drinking tea or coffee, which is crazy. So no wonder I put on weight because here it is. So that realization, those numbers gave me the power now to set a boundaries. You know what, Lucy? If you want that, maybe just one little tiny cup, or just have a different milk that has less calories, that is not actually creamer. And or see if there's anything else I can drink with my coffee, or eliminate coffee and just drink tea that wouldn't require me to put any sweetener or creamer into it, that is not bitter for me. So that's how knowing the numbers, even though I was resisting knowing them, helped me create now better boundaries that as a result will provide for me more energy, more health, being more fit. So just like in business, knowing your numbers can help you set boundaries with yourself, with your employees, or even with your customers. Knowing your own personal numbers can help you set structures in your personal life to make you healthier, to make you more productive, to create better relationships. So now it's time for you to pause and ask yourself, what kind of result do I want in my business or my life? I'll leave it up to you to decide. And what are the key performance indicators that I could measure or track in some way that would tell me if I am on track towards my goal or not? And once you find out the numbers, are there any new boundaries that you need to create for yourself or for people in your life or people on your team that would help you and support you in getting towards the goal? I hope it makes sense, and I look forward to sharing with you a little bit more tomorrow. Have a good one.